Bootleg Kev exclusive.
My son is a bigger fan. Thanks to him, I was a huge wrestling fan as a kid.
Yeah.
And I got out of it right when Stone Cold's decline happened, and then now he's into it. So
It's funny, yeah. A lot of the kids, like people come back, have kids, and they love watching.
They get back into it.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I have my
Bigger fan of wrestling.
You what?
Bigger fan of wrestling.
You are.
You are.
Awesome.
All right, man. Here we go. It's Power 98.3 Bootleg Kev live in studio right now with the Great White. We got Sheamus. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Yourself? You got your son here, Aiden's in here as well.
Yeah, shout out to Aiden. That's an Irish name too, by the way.
I do, yeah, Aiden. Yeah, I went to a few Aidens in my class when I was growing up as a kid.
Hey, man. So you've had quite like an unconventional run in wrestling. You kind of blew up really, really fast. A lot of people, you know, they kind of sit in the WWE incubator system as far as, you know,
yeah,
the build up, you know, and you went straight there.
Yeah,
about 2 months, right?
It was about 5 months, but yeah, it was pretty quick. It was like a shock the world when I beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. But you know, I was never one person to sit back and everybody gets an opportunity, regardless of what they say. That's what you make of it. And they gave me a huge opportunity, and I grabbed it with both hands, and I literally ran for the hills. And it's been an incredible 3 years. I mean, I turned 3 years there since I debuted at ECW on June 30th.
And I remember watching that fight on YouTube, and you beat the hell out of that dude. Your first
Oliver
match.
John,
that little guy.
Oliver John.
Oh man, that was brutal.
Oliver, he was 6'4", but he looked small compared to me.
Compared to you, he looked very small.
But Oliver John, yeah, it's just over 3 years now, so it's been great, you know. And 6 months after, well, about just under a year after, I did WrestleMania 26 here in Phoenix, and now obviously I'm back here for Money in the Bank this Sunday. It kicks off at 5:30 at the US Airways Arena, so I'm excited about that.
Another thing, you know, when a lot of wrestlers get hired into the WWE, usually, you know, at least from all the documentaries I've watched on Netflix, you kind of, there's like everyone has to come up with their little shtick, you know what I mean? Was it kind of planned, premeditated that you were going to have this huge surge ahead of time?
No, I mean, as in the character, or as in...
Just as far as you getting the belt and you just kind of rise into fame so fast.
Absolutely not. I mean, everything, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, that's the thing. Nobody does. Yeah, everything that happens is just happens as it goes. So, you know, when I won the WWE Championship, you know, when I put John through the table, it was a shock to me as much as everybody else watching around the world. So, but I enjoyed it a lot better than everybody else.
Let me ask you, how did you feel about winning the title in 18 seconds at WrestleMania?
It's a question I get asked an awful lot about, because I know people were talking about, like, they wanted to see me and Daniel Bryan tear it up in a great match. Yeah, and you know, we're well capable of doing that. It didn't happen at WrestleMania, but Extreme Rules, we had the 2 out of 3 falls match, and man, that was probably one of the best matches of my career.
What, in your opinion, what is your best match?
Yeah, you know, it's a hard thing to say for me, because like every week or every month there's new matches that come into play. I mean, you know, I think myself and Daniel Bryan was probably the best match I've ever had. I mean, I had a match, I take on Chris Jericho tonight in SmackDown, and of course, you know, had some other matches, the Fatal 4-Way of wrestling, you know, taking on Dolph Ziggler and, you know, Randy Orton. My goal is to have as many great matches as possible. It's very hard, it's very hard, but the one with Bryan was special. The one in Extreme Rules is very special.
Are there guys that you go up against that you guys just kind of know each other, that are just really easy to work with, that you just know, like, you know, when I go against this guy, we got great chemistry in the ring? And
well, Daniel Bryan, I love being in the ring with Daniel Bryan because we're both very physical, you know. Yeah. I mean, we just kick the hell out of each other and beat the hell out of each other. And it's just that's not, you know, it's just that sort of aggression we bring out of each other, you know. And I always enjoy getting in the ring with him. Triple H was another one I love getting in the ring with. I'd love to be in the ring with John Morrison. I mean, there's a couple of guys definitely, and Del Rio lately has definitely been very physical. Chris Jericho is another guy I love being in there with. The guy is off the charts. So you know, I have a lot of fun opponents. Del Rio, definitely, we've been going out on live events, and we definitely, there's a lot of animosity there. So which the crowd loves, because we hit each other as hard as we possibly can. We beat each other up as much as we can, and the crowd eat it up. So whatever makes the crowd happy, that's all that really matters to us.
That's all that matters, man. Week to week. When it comes to like, you know, a lot of the storylines that get incorporated into WWE. I know some wrestlers have some input on stuff. What do you have a lot of input on the storylines that you get incorporated with in WWE, or
my character
go with it?
My character regards, you know, input. Like I brought that character, like the Celtic Warrior was someone I started with in Ireland. I wanted to bring Celtic mythology. I didn't want to be like Hornswoggle or
right.
Something like what is it?
I said right.
Yeah, like Hornswoggle. I didn't really want to be that sort of thing, you know, that sort of character, like me running around, you know, drunk or
right, some drunk Irish guy,
running around in iron
I'm
sweaters.
I'm Irish too, so yeah.
Yeah, right. So and running around in iron sweaters. So I wanted to bring something positive. The Celtic mythology is big for me, so that character, you know, but it's definitely evolved over time, and you know, it's not really about being a character; it's about being you and myself. I always say with the volume turned up, and I think that's who I am. Now it's just, you know, I'm out there having a good time. I'm relaxed, and I'm trying to entertain the crowd, and I'm more just of who I am, who I really am, rather than trying to be somebody else.
Thank God you are not wearing a kilt. They didn't make you wear a kilt when you got into the
No.
Thank God that wasn't a part of the character spiel.
Well, that was more of a Scottish thing. It makes you Drew McIntyre wear.
Well, that totally makes me sound very ignorant because I'm Irish and I just threw the Scottish thing out there.
Well, Irish people do wear the kilt too, but it's more for the Scottish, known for being Scots.
Right. So tonight, Sunday night. Sunday night
or Sunday evening if you want to say.
Sunday evening, Money in the Bank match. It's going down. You versus Alberto Del Rio. I think you're gonna hold on to that belt, Sheamus.
Yeah, every match the challenge. Every new competitor brings a new risk, but I'm pretty confident I can put him in his place.
Hey, who's your one guy who's wrestling right now who you'd like to see get put over? Who you think deserves kind of that next level look?
Well, there's a lot of guys who've been really like pushing towards the glass ceiling. There's guys like a good friend of mine, Drew McIntyre, who's been on the fringe for a while, but he's a tremendous talent and he's as big as a house. Dolph Ziggler is a really good talent.
I think he's right there.
Well, we've had some great matches.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
Kofi Kingston is another one. He's been a multi-time U.S. and Intercontinental champion. I really like Tenzai. I had a match with Tenzai in a 3-hour Raw where we literally just beat the hell out of each other. I think he's a very physical dude. I mean, there's a lot of.
That was Prince Albert,
That
right?
was Prince Albert, yeah, the Lord Tensai. So there's a lot of guys. I mean, it's just, man, this Money in the Bank is an opportunity on SmackDown especially. Damien Sandow is one for the future. Claudio Castagnoli is another one. There's a lot of guys on SmackDown. That's why I love SmackDown, because it's got a lot of
fresh
hungry,
talent.
Fresh superstars who are just, biting at the bit, and they're just, pretty much the future of WWE.
And is AJ as hot as she is on TV in person? She, to me, is like the hottest diva ever.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm into like the Latina Asian chicks. So
yeah. Well, it's each to their own. They're feeling like AJ's cool. She's a little bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, she's insane.
But if you're into the crazy chicks,
she's for you.
Crazy women, she's for you.
She's for. Okay, there it is. Sheamus, thanks for coming through, man.
It's my pleasure.
I really enjoy watching you wrestle, man. There's a lot of guys who. I'm a wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, you're
really
telling me you go back to the day of Stone Cold.
Yeah, and there's just certain guys who always give you a great match to watch. So yeah, we appreciate it. My son appreciates it too.
Thanks, Aiden.
Hey, did you have anything you want to ask him?
I don't know.
Well, there it is. It's Power 98.3.
So we got a picture of Ada.
There it is.
Ado as well. Ado, that's what I call me mates back home in Ireland. I knew it was Aiden, we call it Ado.
Ado.
Ado.